Do you believe aliens built your house? I've been to my house. Anyway, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Fantastic Halloween video. I'm Man here from Man's Halloween Land, and holy fucking shit, Lowe's and Home Depot. Yeah, real quick before I get started, credit to Just Matthew for Lowe's and Home Depot here, as I do use his buildings for these display showcases, Minecraft showcases. So, without further ado, I just like to show off my Halloween 2026. Just for Lowe's display, the Lowe's Halloween 2026 display. Starting off, I've always tried to add more to the Lowe's than just this, but right here is the Halloween. Over here will be Christmas when I get the chance to do it. Anyway, but yeah, here it is. Let's start off with none other than, hold on, I'm trying to. This video is very unplanned, if you couldn't tell already. Anyway, starting off here, over here at the sweet shop, which does not have a sign. I kind of rushed this part. I have the ice cream vendor, and the skeleton ice cream vendor, and the rotten candy girl. As you notice, they do not have clothing. They are unfinished, and she does not have her box. I know what you are. Anyway, yeah, but I'll get to those eventually. Over here we have the handstand clown. The one that rips its head off. You have the swinging clown. That's it for the sweet shop. Start over here. Over here we have this giant fucking 5-foot groundbreaking Reaper that has like the flame and stuff. Dude, this guy was huge in person. I actually didn't believe. I thought he was like a little small thing, but now I see why they made him 330. He is massive. Almost as massive as the Lowe Fate. Yeah, my bad about that. That was my cutaway to go use the bathroom. Anyways, here's Gaslight Ghoul. This is one of my favorites from Lowe's this year. Here is the Pointing Reaper. He is pointing. I know he's supposed to be pointing more like. I know he's more like that, you know, pointing straight forward. But armor stands, unfortunately, cannot do that pose, as you can see. Well, I mean, he can do. Hold on. He can always do that, but that kind of looks weird. So he is just going to point like that. Here's the other stat. These are actually both budget props right here. Budget prop number 1, budget prop number 2 is the witch with the broom. She just turns her head. He only points his finger. Over here we have the little like 2-foot witch. And here you get that genuinely awful pumpkin scarecrow from Sing Song International. Sing Song? Anyway. Here we have the witch. No, not a witch. This is like the little zombie girl with a Halloween jack-o'-lantern. It's like a little doll with the umbrella. Jack-o'-lantern umbrella. There you go. Finally, man. I don't know. I keep slipping up today. No idea why. Maybe it's because I'm trying to rush this out. But here is the 2 pumpkin henchmen for that guy up there, which is the Pumpkin King. We actually have a button for him right there. I do the buttons for them are these step pads right here and here. Here's Count Vigor skeletal vampire reused audio. Jesus Christ. And over here on this button activates the Watcher back there, which is the tallest Lowe's prop like ever. Well, the inflatables obviously beat him, but that's like the tallest animatronic Lowe's has ever made so far. So 15 foot and 12 foot. That's made by actually KL, by the way, and I'll tell you more about them when we get to the back shelves where all the other stuff is. Here we have the pop-up Skull Goblin, which is a reskin of the pop-up pumpkin head skeleton guy from 2024 and 2025. Here we have this dragon, which is actually made by Sing Song. It's like static, but it kind of looks professional. It's $200, and there's more up there on the back shelves. But like I said, I'll get there when I get there. Here we have the keyboard guitarist girl Reaper, and here we got DJ Webbs from last year. He's still cooking up good stuff. They're kind of elevated here, so to make this look kind of cool. But the more I look at it, the more I realize his DJ board kind of looks weird. Let's get rid of that. This is supposed to be like skeletons and stuff. I'll probably update this, but once again, I don't know if you guys know this, but I make a lot of changes to these displays and showcases over the year, over the season. And you know, this is one of my more anticipated ones. Every year I'm just gonna do Home Depot, Lowe's, and Spirit Halloween in Minecraft for each year. Because I've been doing it for the past 3 years. This channel's existed for. Which was 2024, 2025, 2026. But yeah, let's move on to the back section, starting over here with these little ghosts. I don't know, this section over here is kind of odd. I mean, there isn't really a lot to it in store, so I just add a bunch of cobwebs and these amethyst shards, which are used over there, and also these hay bales to give it a little more, you know, spooky vibes. Feels that adds more to it. Over here we have the other two professionally made ones, a skeleton werewolf. Oh, here's a skeleton with a different colored head, actually. I gotta keep it to accuracy. No idea why, but the skull is lighter than the rest of the body of the skeleton. I have zero idea why. It just is like that IRL. Over here we have the half mummy that like turns its head side to side, also made by Sing Song. This guy's also a. It's pretty cool. It's only $100, not bad. I don't know why he wasn't down here with the graveyard section. But yeah, I have a lot of explaining to do with this video. These right here, this like a little like Disney snow globe little thing that has like a projection in it. I don't know. It was something. There's a bunch of inflatables up here, but I never go over those because I'm just making shit up with the inflatables. Like this, what the fuck is this? This doesn't exist in the real world now, does it? No, absolutely not. Over here on the other one, I have the actual Disney stuff. I'll probably put like a Disney thing right here, like a warped hanging sign and stuff for the blue glowing sack, like those things up there, those little headers. If you can't see that, if you've probably seen them before, and if you didn't know, these are the same. This is the same store as last year. I just got rid of a bunch of stuff and reused it. I don't know. This year kind of has potential, but I'm not really sure. I mean, I've been here. Like I was here yesterday because yesterday was actually my birthday. Happy birthday! Happy late birthday to me. I am now the ripe age of I'm not telling you. Over here we have the Mummy Mickey and the Mummy Minnie. I'm sorry it took so long for me to get here. By the way, this pumpkin stack and hay bale is not in stores. You will not see these. I just added here. Once again, I added these here to add a little bit more, just like this, because they're kind of some of these shelves are kind of boring. Here we have Mike, and then Sully, who I also did not even start on. Jesus Christ, I barely did anything for the armor stands. Once again, I'll go update this after this recording video and just add that back. Here we got the one alien like Stitch thing there for Halloween. It was actually from Christmas last year. He was like Christmas and stuff, you know. Oh, that's it for this Disney section. Over here we got this cool ass, sick ass, but also bum ass tree. What the fuck was I thinking? It looks way cooler than it does here. Okay. Once again, there's only so much you could do in a game with a bunch of blocks, right? So I'm working with what I got, working with the best I can do, which is actually I could do better, but it's fine. Why did I get a stone brick slab anyway? We have the dancing mummy. You know, you know that one. We have the rocker skeleton, the party dog, and also the party skeleton. These are literally the same thing. Like, holy reskin, dude. And the audacity to keep the same one from last year is insane. Well, I mean, you gotta fill up the shelf somehow. Once again, this is actually not in store. There's actually supposed to be a bunch of blow molds here, but back in like 2023 to 2024, they used to do a whole pumpkin display up here with hay bales and stuff. So, once again, the cobwebs are for added decoration to spice it up a little. And on the lower shelves, we actually have a bunch of just random stuff, you know? I'm always going to do this because I, quite frankly, don't know what else to put down here. But, yeah, that being said, I feel like that's actually everything. I mean, big-ass pumpkin inflatable, American flag, America. Someone's gonna have pure rage after watching this section. But yeah, I did have the little mini display with them over here. I don't have any photos with them, sadly, but just know they were here, just like last year, which I also did not take photos on them last year. But yeah, that's gonna do it for the Lowe's here. Once again, I'm gonna try to, you know, make this year as good as I can be. Hopefully more I've been a bit more active than I was in 2025. I do apologize. Limitations of devices and recording just wasn't so easy last year. But yeah, that is going to do it for this showcase. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys see you in the next Halloween video.